Hey folks, it's CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana, in northwest Louisiana. Do come check us out. Um, I'm going to do a segment here that I like to call Headline Spat. Uh, and the reason why I do this is because, well, we all know, or some of all of us know, that the headlines are basically not the story. If you want the story, you have to read the body of the article. You can't see a headline in your news feed and assume that's fact. That's not fucking fact. That's what this is about. So that you know the headline doesn't mean a damn thing, often has very little to do with what's going on. It's just conjecture that's built around one hint or hunch or whatever, and usually doesn't even come from a credible source, especially in the media-based, stuff that I like to check out, which is basically movie magazines and things like that. But here we go: the absolute best horror movies on Hulu. And this is somebody sticking a great big Easter egg inside of a teddy bear. Uh, will it hatch? If they really want to do this, they'll do the horror story of. Okay, so I was raised. I'm no hate on this, whatever. Leaving the fundamental Baptist church because they were indoctrinating me in hate. Would be undone by me displaying hatred towards the fundamental Baptist church. I just hope that people get a little bit more intelligent about those things and a little less fearful, a little less xenophobic. As a matter of fact, I live in a complex, and it's a blended community, and there's a lot of black people, and sometimes people, and I travel with them and stuff like that. Sometimes they'll have this whole I don't know, reaction or whatever. And I can't really help your thoughts, what you think, what you feel in your heart, but I'm not going to tell you how to feel, but I'm going to tell you how to behave. If you're at my house, we don't exclaim that kind of stuff. We don't display behavior, and we don't take, especially whatever. I don't know. We don't do that. If you got any sort of those, if you got any of those old fashioned issues, I don't want to deal with them. I don't even care. It's like I don't care, because I'll tell you, if you'll nurse a racist issue, then you'll nurse a homophobic issue, and you'll nurse whatever. But that's my thing. That's why I live today in the teachings of today, which I learn and I teach myself. I educate myself on these matters, and that whatever. So I don't kind of subscribe to the whole fundamental Baptist thing. But we used to get these comic books, getting back to this, and here's the story. The Queen of Heaven comes to, from heaven to the egg, in an egg into the ocean, and is rolled upon the sand and hatched by doves and everything. So it sounds a lot like Aphrodite. But apparently, this was the person who is Semiramis, who maybe, can they even find her really, honestly, in mythology? Like, really, there are figures or thoughts or whatever that maybe kind of sounds a little bit like her, but whatever. But they have found ways in this comic book to tie her to Mary of the Catholic, Roman Catholic Church or whatever, in this comic book. There was a whole series of comic books about these guys that went around doing the Lord's work or whatever. So, at one time, and it told the story. This is what they thought. Then, of course, she had a son at some point, and he was Nimrod. And Nimrod is mentioned, by the way, the great hunter, Genesis, and Adam begat this and begat, and somebody said some shit, but no, sorry, no, that is my sling blade joke, but because of Dwight Yoakam. Dwight Yoakam's coming in concert. I really kind of like his music as far as like because he was like what I love about him is that he would perform like really classically sounding country music in a punk rock venue, whatever, where people are stage diving and stuff like that, whatever. So uh, I also feel like that Hank Williams would have been a punk rocker in his day in the 50s or whatever, whenever he came around, whatever. I wasn't alive then, but anyway, they should tell that story because it's a horror story. And then what happens? Like he died, Nimrod, at some point, and she says, "Oh my God, he's died. He's ascended. He is now a god. And since he is a god, and I am his wife and mother, then I am, of course, a goddess." And blah blah blah. So that's the queen. They should tell that Easter story. Just really mindfuck people, whether it's true or not. I don't know. Uh, okay, the one song slash thought represented GNR best. What the band is all about. Let's see what Slash thinks. For me, it was a Sweet Child of Mine, but that's because it was the first one. But no, Paradise City. Okay, yeah, no, that's cool. No, whatever. Uh, DCU new Superman movie has a 872 million challenge to beat. Does it really? Does it really? It doesn't matter. It will because it's DC and Superman. And by the way, um, the fuck are they doing? This is not a legitimate picture of David Corn Sweat. David Corn Sweats. He should change it to sweet though, because sweet sounds sweeter than sweat. Although I was with the guy, I'm sorry, I'm talking so much. Get a dry throat. I was with the guy some time ago. I won't say how long ago. We did decide that we do like clean sweat. It's okay if it's well earned and everything. That's kind of cool, but not like funk, you know. But if you work up a sweat together, then that's fine. But whatever. But these people are whatever. So that see that the headlines work. It's like click. You can also tell it's like I'm not doing like I'm not politically. I'm not. You know. I care. I have thoughts about politics. I know how I vote, but I'm not really ready to fight with the whole world about it. And there's very little going on in my world. Uh, uh, that involves me having to spend all my time fighting and fussing over political differences. Uh, you know, uh, and I don't have room to have like biases, conversations that are based on biases and everything like that. I think it's perfectly fine. I have a very dark sense of humor. I think whatever. I think everybody should have a sense of humor and everything. But yeah, when some of that stuff is like, okay, this is not really funny. This is what's going on inside the heart. I have to decide, who I want to be around, who I don't want to be around when it comes to those kind of things, as everyone does. I would just, for me, it's like, who wants the negativity of that kind of angst? James Gunn directs Peacemaker season 2 episode while also filming Superman. Yes, of course. Duh. I mean, he's a show. Yeah, whatever. That's you know, uh, it would not be a difficult task to do. Uh, actually, I don't know. I'm not a director. Maybe the fact. Actually, I've been a stage director, but I did not direct uh, more than one project at a time, and I only directed a couple of projects, kind of like uh, you know, technically, I was a untitled assistant director or something like that, but the director was not really involved uh, with this. He was suffering from fatigue, so I like did the lines. I suggested the cast. It was a small cast. I did the blocking. I did the props. I did everything. Like that was kind of cool. And so once I did that, it was like, oh, cool. I have not so much an ambition. I didn't realize my ambition. I didn't realize, but I did. I did satiate my curiosity as what it would be like to be the one to do that. I did everything basically except for write the script um, for that one, and then of course the other couple of actors that were on stage for that, and then of course yeah. It was like the director was there and he would say and he'd give his blocking, but I'd be like, well, what about if we did this and what, so inevitably it was kind of like he kind of let me have free reign with that and with the other people too and everything. So that was kind of cool. It was fun. But yeah, what else we got going on? Uh, Godzilla X Kong's box office results mean one thing for the MonsterVerse franchise. I don't know that it will continue. I'm assuming that it did well, but here's the thing. Um, what the fuck? These are like kaiju, big giant, nature gone wild, whatever monsters and stuff like that. Kong was he was just a thing that was prehistoric that they discovered and brought back to civilization, and he was huge, and they weren't ready for him, and he fucked some shit up, and it, whatever. Like, how do you not? You see something that huge, you can kill it. You don't have to wait till it climbs a tower and stuff. You can just whatever. They were dumb as hell. Okay, so and then I don't even like what they did to the Godzilla of that. I do understand there is these kaiju monsters at some point they're terrorizing and they're terrible. And then there's a twist where people start feeling sympathetic for them and they actually start becoming protectors of their domain and the earth and everything like that. And I'm like, that's for me, it was like when it went like, I was like, oh, bullshit, And Godzilla, Son of Godzilla, I saw that movie. Godzilla, creature. Yeah, but I guess he's asexual and just fucking produces a clone or something. I don't know. That was funny. Those older movies are great. But if we're going to remake them, we need to cut the fucking. Dude, what are they trying to do? Make the new toys, the new action figures? Here's a Godzilla action figure, and here's a Kong action figure with the power glove. Power glove? What the fuck? Or gaming. When I was a kid, we played with action figures. Girls called them dolls. And then, yeah, whatever. Let's see. Uh, I don't know what the hell. So there's not the really, if you're looking, I'm trying to be cynical and funny and stuff. I can't do that. I'm like, this gives nothing. There's nothing to like frustrate me. This is all about, you know, uh, you know, Shrek 5 cast. Have there been that many Shreks? Do you know what I did see? I did see the musical Shrek. I hated it. Oh, Devan Sawa, if that's how you pronounce it, takes us behind the scenes of the unique filming of Stan with Eminem and Dr. Dre. That was a good video. I actually am not a huge Eminem fan until that particular album came out, and I did like the Stan video, you know, and it basically because of the Dido part, and then of course. Yeah, he was pretty tight in that movie. Like he was like, damn, dude, you're. And then I realized he was fucking Casper, the friendly ghost, in the live action Casper, and I'm like, I should not. This dude, I remember him from when he was a kid, so I can't think that he's a hot looking dude in the you know, even as an adult now and everything like that, because it's like that's creepy. You know, like I'd like if you like I can't do that. If I've known someone when they were a kid, even if they've been an adult for a couple of decades or whatever, I can't look at them as an adult because I still see them as the children that I knew them as, you know. So I don't know. Uh, let's see. And then, of course, I didn't realize Devon Sawa was also in. Well, he's done a lot of genre movies, you know. But yeah, I didn't realize he was the living embodiment of Casper until sometime later. But yeah, that was him. You know, undead Casper. Oh, let's see. They're remaking Harry Potter for Max. Let's say HBO's Harry Potter show is so the cable. There's home. I remember when it was home box office, but they're doing a lot more original content and fewer movies. So is it really a box office? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, they oh, yeah, so that's cool. That's cool. They're gonna redo it. But it's so if it's the cable network, the premium network, then it's HBO. But if it's the streaming app, it's Max. What? I don't know. But get that shit together. Get it together. Stop confusing me. Okay. Uh, I think I'm done for that. Let me see if there's anything new. That was not a very good interest. I don't think that there's. I think there's reason for me that there's potential for me to be witty and sarcastic and everything and funny, provided I actually start looking at some interesting things in the news feed. But ooh, seven Stephen King old Hollywood picks to watch on Prime. I should check that out because I do have Prime, and one of them is Valley of the Dolls. About no Valley, no way, not that. I said that because it's about these fucking Village of the Damned, but these kids they look like living dolls, right? Like they like dolls, like baby dolls, like there's a little boy doll. Okay, so Diaboliques, Les Diaboliques. I think I could pass on that one because I saw Diabolique much later. Same damn story, but I actually can understand it. Uh, yeah, these are nah. There's none of these that I would really. Nah. The only one would be Duel from 1971, and I saw that. Hold up, got like a Lashmar or something that was tearing me up. Okay, so Dennis Weaver. This is how I came to know this guy, Dennis Weaver. And this is one of Steven Spielberg's first movies that he directed for TV. And so Dennis Weaver, and he's riding around, and then in the California roads or whatever. I don't know if he's supposed to be at California roads, but they are. It's like it's California road, Mulholland Drive. A lot of it, it's easily recognizable to me if memory serves. What if I'm totally wrong? Anyway, and this guy he pisses off a driver of this truck, and so this guy just like road rage, just like fucks with him the whole way through this movie. And so yeah, and then at some point he feels like, oh my god, it's kill or be killed kind of thing. I feel like it was the template that they used later on in a Jamie Lee Curtis movie. Whomever directed it with Tom Selleck, I think, was the lead, and she was the co-star in it. And Road Games, which I think, you know, there's been another movie called Road Games. I don't know if it was with Barbara Crampton, whom I love very well. I wish she would come see us. I follow her on X. She's my friend. Not really. I don't think she's ever like even liked a comment, but they, you know. Okay, so I love the Bold and the Beautiful. And there's a character, a few minutes. She's been very, very bad, and for a lot of years, a lot of decades even, and now she's presumed dead. But she has a doppelganger that actually is probably the one who's dead in her place. So Sheila Carter, Bold and the Beautiful. If you follow the show, what I'm so the person who's dead is Sugar. This was a warden who once helped her escape prison, and here's the thing. I'm really glad, if nothing else, that they are revisiting and tying up some of the loose ends of this character's past, because she came back a few years. She was a fan favorite, and she came back as a regular cast member to deal with all this. But it's like, what has happened in all the time that you've been gone? And we have never gotten an explanation as to that. So maybe they're going to start looking into what the hell is going on with this character. There's so much story. If you don't want to have this character be pitted against the primary family constantly, because it's the same story over and over and over again, and you don't want to have them keep faking their death and coming up kind of like, whatever, then what you can do is you can actually kind of have this character really truly revisit the past and find out what the hell they've been up to, what's going on. And if you're going to redeem the character, this is a wonderful character that's worthy of redemption if Phyllis Summers of Y&R is redeemable. I would love to see that. I love the character of Sheila Carter. She's the template by which I have lived my life, aside from baby snatching and blackmail and murdering of psychiatrists and, you know, uh, some things. I haven't done that kind of stuff, you know. I love you guys. Peace. God bless. Good night. Bye.